What's going on, world, man? It's
Happening?
the
What's happening?
podcast Split the Difference, man, and I'm one half of the difference. Rich Rocky.
And just call me Pops.
Yeah, man, there it is, man. Split the difference. And today's topic is a good one, man. Today we will be splitting the difference on music.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Music
sir.
is the topic for today. So y'all get y'all
Yes,
comments
sir.
ready,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And
Young brother.
we decided to go about music today just because, me being out, in the music world and being around a lot of different crowds, I tend to come against this conversation on how music has changed, why the old school music is better than the new school music, and even why some people think the new school music is better than the old school music. So today, we're going to split the difference and just see if we can come to some type of common ground on why people's opinions on this music is just so different. Pops, what you got to say before we actually dig in on it?
I think, in today's society, man, we took some notes. We listen to a lot of different type of music, gospel,
Okay.
blues, R&B, hip hop. But I want to try to split the difference with you today because I'm saying in your generation music, it has no substance. For example, I don't listen to rap, but I know the little rap that I did listen to in the 80s had meanings. I don't think the stuff your generation rapping about mean the hill has of nothing.
Okay. I mean, it's different factors, and we can get into that as to why maybe you might feel like it's no substance, but I definitely feel like it's different factors as to why you feel like that. And I knew that was going to be one of the things you said, so I'm ready to go to war with you about that. And the first thing I'm going to say is when you think about music as a consumer, not the artist,
Oh, here we go.
as a consumer, where do you think the artist is coming from? Do you think he's coming from what he feel like substance is, or what he feel like the culture or his consumers feel like what substance is?
Well, I don't. I would say the artist today is not building on culture. They're building on substance. Their substance is money, and I can relate that to my genre of music. In the olden days, the '60s, '70s, and '80s, Motown. These guys wrote songs from the heart. It was about their culture, but you could feel stuff. Y'all can't even write a song. Everything y'all got is sampled. So you guys are trying to use what we did in the 70s and the 80s and incorporate and try to make into your cultures. Another big thing, uh, they're saying that some of the greatest now are the people like Kanye West, and I have, and they are good. But I'm saying the difference is in my producers, like Prince, Quincy Jones. These guys were guys who was writing music. They wasn't just sampling. I'm almost to say if it wasn't for the Quincy Jones, the Princes, and the Michael Jackson, it's possible you guys couldn't do no music. You can make a beat, but if you didn't have our music to sample, you most likely you wouldn't have a song. Shit.
Well, I think that's in certain genres of music. As far as hip hop, rap, real rap, I think what you're saying, because you can't say Kanye West doesn't have any substance in his music. Now, whether you accept the way he give you what he's saying, Kanye West has a lot of substance, which is why some of the things that he said in music has got him blackballed. So I think what you're saying is the actual rap in the younger generations. I'm gonna say probably the millennials and the millennials and on up. I think that's what you're saying. I don't think you're speaking of all music. I think you're particularly trying to attack the hip hop rap community,
No.
because if you look at people like Kanye West, he has substance. Like I said, it's just if you receive it. People like Chris Brown, which a lot of people would say is today's Michael Jackson or Prince, he has substance. Although he does have samples of those guys you name, he does have a lot of projects and songs that he's done on his own to to stand out and say, hey, I could be one in this generation that says, "Hey, I have a name. I have substance behind my music." Now, since you want to say substance, let me go to the culture.
What, what, what,
Today's
but you said substance. Even someone in your community, Nas, I think it was 2006, put on his album that the music is dead because somebody from your era thought that what they were doing had no substance. It had no relevance to what was really going on. All I'm saying is in the 70s and the 80s, our music was fun music. Uh, it really helped the culture. If your culture is killing, stealing, having sex with women, then you are correct. If that's your culture. But my culture says, what are we doing as a people to try to help the next person go on? You know, we did some sexual stuff, but it was like, let's get it on.
right,
Not, I'm gonna F you in my car
right.
and tag your ass upside down. Come on, man. That's substance. Is that what you call a substance? What are you calling
Right.
substance?
So what you're saying is how this generation presents the thing, because what you just said, let's F in my car and let's go get it on. We basically saying let's do the same thing. It's just we're more out there with how we are saying it in our music rather than putting it into a sneaky player type way to present it to the audience. Is it more so how we're saying it? Is that your problem?
No, I'm saying that you guys have watered down so much. You're trying to make money. You don't really care. You don't really care about the next man's sister or the next man's mama. You'll say anything for $1, is what I'm saying. And in my day, it wasn't like that. We had good music. You can go to a party. Wait, you can go to a party
I
now.
don't know if you can say
go.
that.
Listen. Hold on. Let me say this.
Because a lot of those songs back in the day said some slick things just to get women. That don't mean the guy cared about it just because he didn't say let me screw you like that.
No, but
just because he said baby let me love you, that don't mean he cared about it.
We did it in a classy way where you were not. You're not going to find in a song back then where a woman was disrespected. You're not going to find a woman being called
Yeah,
a
you
bitch
you can,
or
man.
whore in the song.
You can,
Is that the culture?
It's not the culture, but you can find it.
Find it.
Man, I see. Look,
I tell you what I can't
next
find.
week, y'all, the way we gonna pop off the show is I'm gonna have one song, and it's probably gonna be a Rick James, because that's who on my mind now to go find one of them songs calling. But I'm gonna let them finish.
I tell you,
we gonna get back to
I
it.
tell you what we can find.
What is that?
And I tell you what you can't find. What you can find is a hip hop party playing an old school song, and your people dancing to it. But what you
That's
cannot
very.
find is some of your stuff.
Can we give him a clap? Because I agree with him. I agree with him.
Your stuff won't sit in my area. We did music that was sit, and that's why y'all are sampling. Ain't nobody gonna sample no Lil Uzi, the Baby. 20 years from now, nobody is sampling a damn thing they did.
He cooking. He's cooking over there right now. Yeah, he cooking.
That's
Cooking.
all I'm saying. Your music, the music they're making now, is only made for the dollar. It's not made for the people. When I was growing up, the older people and the young people would listen to the same music. It was not offensive. I am not for calling a female bitches and hoes. Now, find a slick way to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't just do that. But I mean, what do you say? They calling each other that now. So hey, I guess it's acceptable.
Okay, and let me get your outlook on this, because this was one of my points. Society. If I can go make $100 million by saying BH,
Give me a little bit more widescreens.
if I can make $1 million real quick by saying BH and not having no substance, why do that and not go take care of my mama? If they gonna pay for it, why not do that and come take care of you, pops? Why not go put 4-5 cuss words on the track and come home and break you off a couple million?
Here's what I'm saying.
I know you. The way I was raised, yes, let's take care of the culture, raise people right. But I'm just playing devil advocate. I want to play devil's advocate right now.
And that's what has happened to the music of our youth. They have fell into the hands of the devil advocate. I am saying our music said, let's have a good time.
But Pop, you
We were
can't.
able to do
But you
parties.
got people like NWA that had shooting. You got people like Bone Thugs and Harmony, even though they weren't so much on that side, they still had a couple little violence
Bone
things.
Thugs and
I,
Harmony came in the middle of the
and
change.
this is my problem with the and this is where we need to try to split the difference.
Okay.
Okay, I feel like y'all's generation, y'all just say y'all didn't have none of this stuff. Oh, we had nobody calling nobody a B. We had nobody calling nobody a H. Our generation, we just didn't do none of that. Yes, y'all did. Maybe it's just not as out there as our music is because it's so accessible. But y'all had that type of stuff. And you did clear it up a little bit when you said say it slicker, the way we could say it. That's a great point.
But what I'm saying, you could find any of those tracks. I could bring some classroom kids in here, and I can play any song from the 70s, 60s, 70s, early 80s, early 90s, maybe. Maybe not in the underground rap, because
So you're saying
underground rap
any
was
song you could play?
cursing was in the underground rap. It wasn't above.
So maybe we need to
I could
narrow.
bring
Maybe
those
we need
songs
to narrow
and not-
down first exactly which genre, because like you're saying, you can bring a class of kids and play anything from back there, and I feel as I probably could find some music from my day.
Well, it's all genres now. I was listening to some R&B today, and they're cursing just as much. Well, I'm not. It's not the cursing thing. It's the respect and integrity is what I'm talking about. The music seems to have no integrity. I think we, in my day, and that's what we're talking about versus what your day, we did music with integrity, man. It may have been slick, but it was just what they're doing now. I think to some degree can be just downright distasteful. And I understand you're trying to make your money, but if that's that, that's that. We can move on. I don't want to hold you up on that, but I'm just saying it's different. It's different. It's different. I think they're doing it to appease the dollar. They're doing it to appease the dollar. You buy music that call each other B's and H's, but if somebody stepped up to your mom and said that, you'd be ready to fight. So why not make a standard in your music? This is how we are. I'm saying in the 60s and the 70s, that how we were. Our music represented pretty much our everyday lives. And you had some slick stuff like Hole in the Wall, Candy Liquor, but we weren't just saying crazy stuff. And most of that was done on the blues, and the blues was usually listened to by a real older group.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Hey, let's talk about the church music. You're a church guy. I'm a church guy. Even though I've said a couple of curse words, I grew up in the church. I love church music. So do you see? I see a change from what we were doing. Do you see a change in the music now?
Definitely. This is something I talk about all the time. I feel like it's just. I feel like church music is evolving a little too much. I feel like a little evolution in things is great, but I think church music has came more about the production of the song. Let me not say the production of the song because the lyrics is a part of the production, but I would like to say the musical part of the song and not so much about the lyrical part of the song. And I say that because I listen to a song all the time. He's an on-time God.
Dottie Peoples?
Not too many words, but that song, just those few words can take you a long way. And now I'm hearing, and it's not, it don't have a 16 measure intro of just instruments banging and clashing. It gets straight to the song. She get the lyrics. She spits out the verses of the Bible in the song, and it's relatable because you're going through this stuff. I think now most of these songs are prosperity type songs. They're not really get the Christians up out the struggle type songs. Like I wish somebody had to catch on fire. I know what that mean. Like some of these songs, there's so many words. I don't know what they mean, and the musical, the instrumentation is just so much.
What you are saying right now in the gospel makes a whole lot of sense. But that's what I'm saying happened to our R&B. It was R&B, it was soul music, R&B. Then they changed it to hip hop. Now they're doing the same thing in gospel. It used to be just called gospel. Now we got praise and worship.
So evolution then.
Contemporary gospel.
Took evolution too far with music.
Yeah, it's going too far.
Did we split the difference?
I think we did. What happened there? We split the difference. Say that again. We
We split the difference.
and where how we split it?
Evolution and man, ooh, evolution,
Yes, sir.
evolution,
Yes, sir. It took it too
evolution
far.
has took it too far.
It took it too far.
It took it
And
too far.
And
There we go.
We have good songs.
Right.
We have good writers in gospel. But I think now instead of letting our heart speak, we're letting that pocketbook speak to us a little bit too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do stuff that is commercial. I'm trying to write songs that get on the radio.
Right.
They was just writing songs
To go in church on Sunday.
Go in church.
And help the little old lady who can't afford this or that.
That's right.
That can feel that song.
That's right. And I can
That's
remember
it.
when we were growing up, you only really heard gospel music. I'm from Atlanta early in the morning on WAOK, Brother Esmond Patterson. And it was, most of the music then was quartet. You know, Slim and Supreme Angels, Five Blind Boys, all those big groups. But now you just got so much that you just don't know what to listen to.
Right.
And I have a hard time listening to, the music sounds good. Today's music sounds good.
Sounds great. I
Sounds
can't
good.
take it away.
But it does, for me, it's just not touching me. I'd rather hear some good old Georgia Mass Choir
Yeah.
saying, Lord, you've been good to me. It's not a lot. It's not fancy. I think in the churches now with the music, the musicians have took over the music where the vocals don't even matter. The band's trying to be the hottest thing ever. You know, so music, to me, is dead. To me, gospel music's gone dead. I love
Dead.
Tasha Cobb. I like Tasha Cobb, but I really love Vanessa Bell Armstrong. This is an old school singer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Their music was just different. And Tasha Cobb do some good songs, so don't nobody say I've just brought her up. I love her. I love her music. It's good. But I'm just into the old stuff, and I wish I could find something new. I guess I'm not evolving. I guess I'm just stuck in my darn ways. I'm old. I'm not evolving. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it ain't that. You just like what's got you to where you at and
Yeah.
and farther.
Yeah, because
I guess
see
that's
a lot
what
of
it is.
people doing the stomp, but stomping what?
What the Kurt Franklin
I don't
stomp
want to call no
challenge?
names. Is your life getting better? Is
Well,
it really-
that's what I'm saying. A lot of the new songs are prosperity, and it goes along with these prosperity preaching pastors, not Bible preaching, but prosperity preaching.
Now, don't nobody get me wrong. I love Kurt Franklin too. I'm just saying the older stuff, and he probably would tell you too. It just had a way, and they cannot write that anymore because your generation probably won't buy it. They're looking for the new sound.
That's another.
They're
That's
getting
another
a new
thing.
sound, but a lot of them are not meeting Jesus at the heart. Well, this is not a gospel show, but that we're just talking about.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
we're about out of
important in the
time.
gospel.
I don't want to hold up too long, but we did split the difference on one thing, and I guess that's good. We're evolving too fast.
And that's probably that's what it is with music. We split the difference. That's what we came here to do today on music. Split. How can we split the difference on music? Well, we know that it's the evolution, but I don't think we can slow it down or we can stop it.
Well,
I mean, what do y'all have to say? Give us some options of what do y'all think?
well, if you're being real, continue on the way you're going on. Everybody's not going to get it, and I understand that. I'm just, like we say, split the difference is our opinions and our views, and it's for entertainment purposes only. We don't make not one dime. But hey, stick around. We got more coming for you.
And hey, man, we just appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Next week, y'all DM us, email us some topics y'all want to help us split the difference on. And you might just see a topic and actually get called and come on the show. You know, got a lot of things.
All right. See you guys next time on Split the Difference.